Hi, this is Swan with Swan Amity Studios, and we are continuing to stitch out all of the stitches on the B-77 Bernette. Today's video, we are starting with stitch 152. Let's stitch. Now this one is another more complex design, and like our most recent video before this one, we are looking at something that has a little bit of an Asian quality to it. I like the way it appears, a little like a cherry blossom. So of course, I'm back to thinking about things to put on my table for those days when I want to serve maki rolls or a little miso soup at my house. Some of you know I have a little bit of a cooking obsession too, so I'm always looking for a little something to add to the table, something that makes people smile. Now this one, as it finishes up, we just wanted to take note that keeping it aligned, making sure that our centering line stayed in the center of the foot, just required a little bit of effort, the way that it moves the fabric through the machine. And as it finishes that aspect, let's go ahead and stop there. Very cute. Nice and tight. I like how the flower centers work there as well. Big fan. I think that this will show up on some projects at my house. And let's take a moment and go ahead and mark this one, number 152. We started from the middle, and this is the default size of the stitch. We'll go ahead and do 153. And this one is starting from the left-hand side. Now on the machine display, this one reminds me a lot of a bare branch, just after it's lost all of its leaves, or maybe even one with a little new growth right before it puts leaf buds out. Either way, I think it has a nice lacy delicacy about it. It's stitching out nice and fast, and actually this one's been really easy to control as it moves through the machine. Not much effort to pay attention to it at all. Now we talked a little in the previous video about setting up a little table of contents for all of your materials once you stitch them out, and I think that's a nice way to keep track of the things that you like most for your projects. But of course you can make that happen any way that you would like for it to, especially if you only have certain types of things you want to use your decorative stitches for. That turned out super well. I have to admit, I really like that one. I actually don't have an idea of what I would use it for yet, but I'm going to think about it. This is 153. The stitch begins from the left-hand side, and this is the default size. It was also the last one in our most recent folder, and so we're moving over to a new folder and starting with 154 to finish out our video today. This one is starting from the far right side. Let's see how it goes. This one moves really quickly. It's a very simple straight line design. And it's just keeping the fabric moving straight through, no jumping, no bunching, no backing up. Let's see what we landed with. Oh, very nice. Now, for those of us who live here in the Southwest, this might be something we need to pay attention to. I really like that. Little steps, little pyramids. You could think of them as little Aztec pyramids. Very fun. Let's go ahead and mark that as 154. That the stitch starts from the right, and this is the default size. Once again, another 3 beautiful stitches, more complex, more simplistic, stitches very quickly, moderately fast, a little bit slower. Fabulous design ideas, and we're going to be back on our next video looking at more variations that kind of head this direction with our last 154. Thank you for joining us, and stitch happy, my friends!